So yeah, welcome to Woman Agenda. This is Raj, and we have a few special guests today. So not just one, we have three very special guests, and obviously, you will know all of these. Obviously, we've spoken to before. To hopefully, I'll say this right this time. Hopefully, maybe the DJ is
Psy-Bindi. I'll help you out.
And you know from the website, Psy-Sisters, what she does, her DJing. She does so many stuff, so many hats. And also, so we'll be speaking to her partnership, and her obviously her helping the fundraising charity. Obviously, we have Ellie, the PR manager. Is it the PR manager? Am I right?
Yeah, I'm kind of like comms manager, and then all round like wearing lots of hats.
Lots of hats, and DJ Meduza, and very talented, is with us. And how you all right, DJ?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Pleased to be here.
Yeah. So Sai, shall we start with yourself first of all? And obviously, how did it happen? Your collaboration with the charity.
Yeah, that's a good question. So it started during the lockdown. Last Night DJ, they did a fundraising initiative called Set for Love during the lockdown, where DJs were invited to live stream, as there was a lot of live streaming going on at the time. So I signed up to do my first live stream, streamed Set for Love for Last Night DJ, and we raised, I think, was it like 45,000? Was it, Ellie? If you might correct me if I'm wrong.
It's £170,000 so far Set for Love has raised. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
And you've been a huge part of that, right? Because we worked it out the other day. Is it 4 Sets for Love so far?
It's 4th. This is going to be my 5th this Saturday.
Yeah. So amazing. People like you make all the difference to what we're able to do.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to be part of it, and to, for the DJ community to be collectively fundraising and to be, having a social impact with music, I think is really important. So I really wanted to get involved, and it's such a great charity. They do such great work, which Ellie will obviously talk about. So it just felt like a natural evolution to collaborate with Last Night DJ and host Set for Love. So we've done a few live streams online, and then we did a few live streams at Music Box Radio, and this Saturday will be our first event in person where we're doing Set for Loves, where we've got 7 DJs, including myself. We're all going to mix our first Set for Loves. They're going to mix their first Set for Loves for the charity.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's so powerful, and you are sort of encapsulating everything which we are about, which is basically just motivating and mobilizing people within the music industry to use that privileged position, because we're all kind of music lovers here, right? Or DJs or radio presenters, etc. And you do have to pinch yourself that you get to do this as your job. You get to be creative as your job, and it is a privilege, and using that to help others, and using the power of music to make real long-lasting, impactful change for children and young people. That's a really special thing. Just sort of share the wealth, share the joy, and collectively lots of people get to have a really good time while we're doing all of this, and kind of that's what it's about. It's just taking a pound here or there, and just taking the edge off a good time, and people can be at the end of a night in a room thinking, I've not just had a brilliant night, we've actually paid for like a cleft palate operation. So one of our campaigns is called Smiles for Life, and for just £300 you can change a child's life and literally give them a smile for life. And it's very easy to get £300 in a nightclub if everybody's donating £1 off their ticket fee, or somebody's around there collecting. So there's lots of different ways in which the music industry can kind of step forward and make a difference, but Set for Love makes it really easy and fun. And it's what's really great is that it's a really nimble campaign, so you can do it if you're having a birthday party or a barbecue in the summer, or like Psy-Sisters are doing this weekend, like an actual physical clubland event, brilliant. We're here for it. We love it. We love you, and we're so grateful for your time and for your energy and support. I will stop whittering, but as a charity, we obviously get lots of people that are moved and excited by what we do, and they might say they want to be involved, and then that doesn't always come through because people get busy and life changes, and we don't always have the time. But you have hunted me down and made this happen in such a brilliant, beautiful, committed way. And every day when I'm seeing your posts on Instagram and Facebook, it's like, oh my God, she's just at it. She's on it. She wants this, and she means it. And that commitment, just seeing it live in action, it's so nice and it's so special. Yeah.
And I think that the timing, Ellie, as well, has come really. It's the way it's all very synchronized, because obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in the world which we're not going to talk about here, but there's a lot of negativity and stuff going on, which it's really nice to just shine a light on something that's positive. And really about the whole ethos of giving, especially at Christmas. It's all come at the right time to do this fundraiser, so we're really delighted to be doing this again for Last Night DJ, and we can't wait for the event.
We love that, and we've got our commercial director is going to be joining you on Saturday.
Yes, we saw it at the guest list. Yes.
Hey.
So it'll be what can people expect from the night? Yeah, what's it going to be like?
It's going to be we've got a really diverse lineup. So Meduza is her debut set for Psy-Sisters, and she's got the privilege of opening the party.
I've never played in London.
Banging techno set.
Very excited.
It's your debut London set as well.
Yeah,
there you go.
Play in London.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's a set for love as well. So you've got 3 wins, 3 debuts. Yeah,
absolutely. Is it an ongoing campaign then, Ellie? Because I put events on up in Sheffield, and we're planning some next year. So maybe we could target like one of our events.
Absolutely, please do that. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's completely ongoing, and the funny thing is about it, what it's like with like products and campaigns and things like that. We were, as a team, sort of thinking, right, we need to relaunch Set for Love and put that energy back behind it. But actually in December we've got 3 Set for Love, so it's kind of like we don't need to do it. We don't need to sort of start shouting about it and go, there's still this thing you can do, because there's still awesome people like you that are just going, oh, actually this month I'm going to do that. So Saturday night we've got 2 Set for Loves happening. We've got yours, we've got one down in my hometown, and then we had one last weekend here as well in association with the Brighton Music Conference, which I know you know and love and attend. Have you been there yet, Kate?
No, but it is very much on my bucket list. I very, very much want to go. I say I will definitely get there at some point. That and the ADE and various other things are all totally on my list to do, but life has been somewhat busy. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get to one of those at some point soon.
You need to do it. And Raj, you need to come down to Brighton and join us too. Are you going to be at the party on Saturday night, Raj?
You should come, Raj.
No, I would love to come, but I don't know if I can. I'm not sure. But I would love to come. It looks really nice. It's going to be. It looks like it's going to be very.
It's going to be a wholesome night out. Definitely a wholesome night out. Yeah.
As well, you could be home in bed by midnight. I mean, that's
exactly
not what we do. But
we're actually planning to go for a Vietnamese meal after the party. That's how we roll these days.
What time does it finish?
So it's a daytime event, so it starts at 2:00 in the afternoon and goes on until 9. So it really finishes early enough to go and do something else in the evening, and definitely fit in a meal, that's for sure.
Yeah. That is amazing, because today on the train, so I will take over because I do presenting, so I'm taking over. I'm sorry, Raj.
So go for it.
This is the Ellie's hour. But on LinkedIn earlier today, I read this great article, and they referenced Annie Mac's Before Midnight, and they were saying that one of the trends that they think is going to pick up in 2024 is that the music industry, arts, creativity, theatre and stuff like that, they're all just gently shifting their start times back, because actually the optimum time that people want to do things after work is 6 or 6:30, and they're predicting that there's going to be a trend that a lot more club
Well, the
nights
Astral
and stuff like
Circus
that.
party, run by 2 of the awesome Psy-Sisters playing on Saturday, they've just relaunched, and their last event that we came down to London for, my first trip to London in ages, was
Yeah.
a 5 till midnight party. And I'm in discussion with Kerry, who I run Dragon Moon with, about there's an awesome event in a location in Sheffield that we're looking at maybe doing a daytime residence event kind of May time next year. We just got we're in discussion with the venue at the moment, so maybe like a 5 till 12 or something like that. So we're still going to do our nighttime parties. We're still going to have 2 11 till 6 in the morning parties, but I'm looking at how well, because the music I really like playing really fits at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
I say
I
we'll
bet.
see, because I might well still do some of those sets at maybe 11 o'clock at night rather than 5. But those sort of sets for me, they're either going to be at like 4 o'clock in the morning, or they're going to be, as I say, if you're ever at a festival, I genuinely feel like the 7 a.m. slot would be perfect for the sort of things I like playing. But I'm a multi-genre DJ. I like playing all sorts of music. So yeah, it's psychedelic techno for me this weekend. But when I played at Dragon Moon last week, I did a full on set. But yeah, next time in March, I'm going to be playing a back-to-back high-tech set with my other sister Diverse, who's awesome. And so yeah, we're going to blow the roof off with that next March. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, all music, it's all awesome.
Do you think the trend is because we're all pushing like over a certain age threshold now in the industry, and that we all want the events to be during the day?
I think the joy of psychedelic trance is that actually it doesn't matter how old you are, does it? We rave with kind of 18 to 85-year-olds. In no other genre does it feel that kind of inclusive. That's what's beautiful about psytrance, isn't it? That there will be some kind of 80-plus-year-olds that come and have a dance with us, as well as the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, Dennis will be there. He'll be raving up every festival. I did 8 festivals this year. Dennis was at nearly all of them.
Wow.
He's like 80-something. He's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is our future, but we'll be having parties before midday, that's for sure, and then we'll be going to bed at 2 in the afternoon. So
those morning raves, isn't it? The breakfast raves. They're where it's at.
It'll be like pre-countdown session.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were saying the shift is post that time, which we shall not mention, that we've recently all lived through. They're saying that the world has just started living a bit earlier in the mornings. The people are getting up earlier, they're finishing earlier, and also where people have left the city, as if London's like the king of the world, and they've got to schlep back home to where they come from at the end of the night. You know, that they don't want to do that long journey. And
there's a collective of women in Sheffield as well called G-Spot, run by another female DJ friend called Mel. She lives near me. She's actually drum and bass, but she promotes female DJs as well. And they started doing a night at Sydney Matilda, which was the first venue we used for our first Dragon Moon, and it was called In Bed by One. And so that was exactly it, that it was a kind of like early evening, 7 till kind of like 12:30 sort of night. And yeah, marketed very much, more disco housey type stuff, not really the hard stuff as such, but yeah, very much like very popular. In Bed by One.
With all the train strikes as well, you know, so you want to be in bed by 1 if there's a train strike. So
exactly. And we want to have a good sleep and make the most of tomorrow, don't we, and not waste it. So yeah. All these things.
So it's going to be banging on Saturday then? It'll be banging before 12?
Yeah, it's going to be, yes, psychedelic techno. You're starting with psychedelic techno,
I'm
Meduza,
not going fast tomorrow. I'm very much slowing down from what I often play. So
what's your BPM you're going to start with on Saturday?
I'm going to start about 125,
okay.
And I'm going to go up to maybe 135-ish.
Okay. That's a good opening set for us. So that will nicely warm up the dance floor, and then it's going to be. We've got Psibindi Gibbet playing next, which is one of the founding Psy-Sisters. She'll do a sort of nice proggy vibe, and then we're going to go into full-on psytrance. The third DJ is actually one of our runners-up from our DJ competition that we held in May for International Women's Day. We were looking for fresh emerging women and non-binary DJs, and Topaz, she was one of the runners-up. So we thought we have to get her on the lineup. So we're really pushing the younger generation as well. So it's great to get these fresh faces on the lineup.
Brilliant. And what's your BPM? Where will it be at the end of the evening?
So we've got we've got another one of the founding Psy-Sisters, Sati, will be finishing probably around 150. And now headliner Nikki S will be probably blasting between 145 to 147. I'll be around 145 to 149. So it will go nicely in that sequence. And then we've got Fluorescence, and she'll be around probably about 147, 148 as well. So yeah, it's going to go nice and deep and fast. That's how we like it.
When I do a high tech set, I often finish at 185. So, you know,
I think Katie, you win on the BPM, yes.
when I close a Dragon Moon party, I tend to go from 155 up to about 185. Quite restrained, really. I have been finding some 190 tracks I quite like lately, but I haven't ever got quite the dance floor to get to 200 yet. I feel that's a European dance floor. I don't think I'll manage that in Sheffield, but we'll see. Watch this space. Never say never.
We need to get you to get European gigs. We need to get you some European gigs.
Well, the European, that's where they love the high tech. The high tech is not loved as much here. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I did note that Azera, who is an absolute high tech goddess, has just got a main stage Azora gig.
Yes, and Synonymous as well.
They're my absolute favourites. So I'm absolutely stoked that they're going to be main stage high tech in it at Azora, which is one of the biggest global gatherings for psychedelic trance.
Yeah, high tech is certainly got a very big audience, hasn't it? And I think, you know, like European, pioneering DJs, like Synonymous and Azera have really been pushing the psytrance across the scene. Yeah, there's a very big following, so it's great to see it on a main stage psytrance stage at Azora Festival.
Really
it's an acquired ear, Ellie. I'm not sure. We'll see how you go with a bit of high tech. You know, it's good for a workout.
A lot of people, what I find with high tech, because and not necessarily, Synonymous as well, but Azera and I, it's always melodic. It's melodic and banging, and I think some people are scared of the high tech that has no tune, and that stuff can be hard work. But personally, the stuff I play always has melody, and people, when they come to our parties, are really surprised. Lots of people are like, oh, I didn't think I liked high tech, but actually, I really enjoyed your set. So it's amazing where people have this thing that, they hate high tech, but actually when they come and hear it and they feel the vibrations and the melody and how beautiful it is, actually, I'm turning a few people. So
nice. And I guess it's a community thing as well, isn't it? When you're in that space and you're with people that believe in and love that music as well, that's going to turn people
exactly
as well when they
and it's not doing it all night. It's literally it's creating like a beautiful crescendo and finishing the night with a bang. that's my vision.
I want you to send me like your 4 a.m. track and a 7 a.m. track. Just like
what's interesting? On my SoundCloud, I did play at a New Year's party. It was just a house party, and I played at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was a couple of years ago on New Year's Day. I did a 3-hour high tech set, and I played every single piece of high tech that I had on my laptop at the time for 3 hours. Everyone there loved it, but I've never promoted that mix ever. I haven't really shared it. But actually, it's got more than 1,000 plays on it. And in my SoundCloud, because normally they've only got 100 or whatever, but it's got more than 1,000 plays on it, that high-tech mix. And I've never shared it. Never. So someone somewhere finds that mix and keeps it. And it keeps getting played. I've got 2 that are over 1,000, and they're both high-tech mixes on my SoundCloud.
It's definitely growing, that's for sure. Maybe, Raj, we can get you into it high-tech as well. So... It's an acquired taste, that's for sure. Yeah, you've got to be into
high-tech mixes, Ellie. I like that you've got movement around it. What sort of music are you into, Raj?
I'm into any type of music apart from heavy metal. All types of music.
I remember that you don't like heavy metal, do you?
No, just heavy metal. I'm not. But if it's any other music, including trance, I'm into it. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Heavy metal, I quite like psytrance that's influenced by heavy metal. So you get the kind of the vibe, but it's got a really nice psytrance beat underneath it. Kind of Triambacker has done some amazing psytrance remixes of Slipknot and Rammstein. They're awesome. They've got real power behind them. Amazing. Wow. Yeah, really good. They make the dance floor go nuts.
I feel like I'm learning so much on this call. So how do you two know each other, Raj and Rena? How do you know each other?
Come, Raj.
I need Raj in on the conversation.
Yeah,
taking over.
Yeah, hogging his show.
I mean, that's what we do in the woman agenda. We let the woman go ahead and take forward the steps.
Oh, brilliant!
But the main thing with that is we followed each other on social media, and then that's how the conversation started. And on Twitter, and then I sent Irene a message, and then we chatted, and we decided. Then we did the podcast. We chatted and stuff, and then that's how it happened. Really, social media.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
On there, like I said, the Psy-Sisters is obviously it's a lot of great work there. And also obviously the charity, which I've checked the website, is very, very, it's great, the work which is being done. We'll put the link website on here last night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Saved my life last night, djsavedmylife.org. How did it start? How did the charity start in the first place, and in the UK and abroad? How did that happen?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So my boss, who is just such an awesome human, right? He's called Johnny Lee, and I came home tonight. I've just been in Manchester at an event for us, and he might be watching. I've sent him the link. Hopefully he's watching, Johnny. And I came home to this, right, from Johnny. So Johnny and I, we at the start of all of our calls, I don't know if you can see that, we always we connect on morning routines. We're both really proper morning ritual people, and we're quite disciplined. And so before I even jump on a Zoom or talk to anyone, I'll do this, this, and this, and this, and then I'm this for the rest of the day. And Johnny's quite similar. And Johnny is a old school raver, lover of people and a good time and of the spirits, and just a really wholesome kind of guy who lives over in Ibiza. And I believe around 12 years ago, he was at a club and having, one of those nights where you're having a big moment and you feel like you're really part of something, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And then as he left the club, he thought, yeah, but what have we actually done? Do you know what I mean? It's like, and we all know and can relate to that feeling when you're with people and they might be strangers. And obviously the Streets, Mike Skinner just articulates that so incredibly well. No one else needs to do it again. Do you know what I mean? And we become heroes, and just the Streets original Pirate Material album. It's just laced with that feel good songs of how we feel when we leave a club and we've had all those weird and wonderful interactions with people that we might never see again. And Johnny asked himself that question, what are we actually even doing? Surely there must be a moment where we can take all of this brilliant, lovely energy and big love that's occurring in the room and put it to some good use and get these people to do something with that feeling that means something. And that is how last night a DJ Saved My Life was born, was just from, Johnny having one of those nights. And
how beautiful.
and those moments. I had one of those moments recently, and I tried to take it forward into my everyday. So I met this woman outside a club, and she had recently separated from her boyfriend, and she was really upset, and she had exhausted all of her friends with her woes around this, as we all do when we have a breakup, right? You're on the phone, you're texting, you're telling people, and you're telling people, and 6 months later you might still be telling people. And I said to her, I was like, how about, here's my number, we've just met, every time you want to text him, text me instead. And then I've kind of spent nearly 2 months just coaching her through.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's great.
Just because it's just like a daily text, isn't it? And that's someone that you meet in a club.
I mean, how hard is a text? It's not hard, is it? So,
it's not
and if it's
hard,
made a difference to her, I bet it has.
It's not hard to just go to somebody, how you doing? You okay? Don't worry, you've got this, and just all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I'm trying to take that. I'm trying to take the club toilet conversation outside the club.
You're onto something there, Ellie. Clubtoilet.com.
We should all be more Ellie. I love that. I'm going to remember that next time I'm wandering out of a club.
Club toilet therapy. I love it.
Yeah, because it's like we don't have to be friends. We don't have to see each other again. But can I just take this conversation a little bit further and actually try and make some impact here and hold you a little bit more than how I did in the toilet or whatever.
I bet she really appreciated it, and actually you made a difference to her life. So
I think she did. I think she has. But yeah, it's just about that, isn't it? It's about all of those weird and we've all had those club toilet moments. Like we've all had them, and then it's that feeling of helping another person. Let's spread that around the world and you know, help children, young people, and you know, that's what we're doing. And we're so privileged to have people like you and people all over the world, you know, for everybody from sort of just DJs that are just starting out playing in their lounges in their bedrooms to your kind of you know, Nightmares on Wax, Claptone, Carl Cox, Seamus Hardy, that lot, just supporting what we do. And that message is kind of very much top down, and that's what's really great about it, because it's not hard, is it, to maybe just not get paid. Well, I'll say that we're living in a cost of living crisis, so it is hard, but you know, to like donate £1 from ticket prices here,
like you say, £1 doesn't, people don't feel £1, do they? But it can make a difference.
You don't feel £1. My son takes them from me all the time. Don't feel it.
Well, even though in terms of putting an event on, though, if you make the tickets £1 more expensive,
yeah,
you're still covering your costs, or not in my case, but either way, you add an extra £1 on, people know it's for charity and they don't mind, do they?
Yeah, exactly that.
And have a bucket by the door.
Yeah, and we've used it as like I mean, other organisations have used it as a template that aren't necessarily funding some of the work we do. There's some really great work happening in the Southeast that one of our directors, James Holdsworth, is a part of. So that goes towards another charity. They regularly do Set for Loves. You know, we want to kind of spread this message and use music as a vehicle, because you know, not everybody's into dance music, not everyone's into house, not everyone's into psytrance, but it might be that they're doing a heavy metal night, Raj, you know, and they're going to do a pound there, you know, because you just meet so many awesome people in this industry. Like, aren't we lucky that we get to go to loads of events and just meet different wicked people? Like the thing I was at last night, the UK Festival Awards, I was surrounded by people that might not necessarily be into dance music, but I was thinking of ways that we could work with them, or that they could find a charity that fits them and fits their sound, that they can work with. Yeah, we're so lucky, aren't we? You just, you meet
and Carl Cox, we made him an honorary Psy-Sister at the BMC.
No, that's
we
amazing.
did. Yeah.
Oh, he's such a legend.
He's so cool. That pod
Wow.
party was just incredible. Those legendary pod parties, you know, right up on the top of the I-360 are just insane.
So
but
awesome. That's absolutely amazing. I love him even more now.
yeah, he's lovely. And George from Nightmares on Wax, I personally know George, actually, so you know, it's great that he's obviously been associated with this, and then I saw it on his social media and I thought that looks cool. So it's all kind of it all joins the dots, you know.
Yeah, good eggs everywhere. You just have to find them.
Yes, find them and hold on to them.
Yeah, exactly that.
So Ellie, you DJ as well, don't you?
I do, yes.
What are you playing? You're playing at the party on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know what I'm playing for now? I don't know what I'm going to play. I definitely won't be going as hard as you.
What genre do you play?
I play a little bit. I want to say I play a little bit of house and disco, but I might even play a little bit of hip hop here and there. I'm a commercial radio presenter, right? So I've been a commercial radio presenter for about 7 or 8 years, so I'm quite pop-tastic. But when I'm out, I'm not pop-tastic. But because I've got that commercial experience, I can kind of...
I love an earworm. I'm always looking for remixes. I found some amazing ABBA techno remixes that people went nuts for. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of remixes. There's always an earworm of some description in my sets.
Well,
always.
One of my favourite things to do if I've got more of a commercial gig is play an ABBA mega mix that my boss gave me, which you may or may not have.
People go nuts for ABBA. They do.
They
it's
go
amazing.
nuts for an ABBA mega mix, Meduza. It's like 7 minutes, and they really get into it.
And you've got all of them.
To lose their shit, and then the song changes, and then
they're like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. I mean, I was playing the other night, and I was telling my partner, so I think I'm going to change my DJ name to Music for Middle-Aged White Men, because generally when I'm DJing,
what is your DJ name then?
Kind of. Yeah, that might be my DJ name, because generally it's kind of men in their mid-50s that will kind of strut up to me and and tell me how they've got that on vinyl. You know, well, they'll be impressed. You know, they'll be impressed, and I'll be like, oh yeah, because I hang out with men in their 50s. That's how. That's how I'm anticipating all of your needs and tastes. You know, it's because that's my crew. Those are my people. So yeah, a little bit house, a little bit disco, a little bit hip hop. But then what I have noticed is, because I've got an 11-year-old son, right? He obviously consumes a little bit of TikTok. We're on a time limit on TikTok in our house because I think it's poison.
Yeah,
But
my boys are into
yes.
TikTok. I keep getting sent rubbish.
There's a lot of poison in there, right?
Yeah.
But there'll be earworms. So there's like a song that I played the other day, and then a guy at the event, he came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're playing this. Like, this is just so special because I've heard this on TikTok and I can't believe she's gone from like just being some TikTok star, so she's like being played here." And it's like, well, it's because it's a good track, right? So that is the thing with TikTok. It's poison, but occasionally you'll hear something, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's really good." You know, that's amazing. There's
Someone has got some good ideas.
Yeah. So I play I can, if you want me to DJ an 18th, I can do a good job. But yeah, middle-aged men, they're my specialty. Yeah.
And Ellie, do you want to do a quick plug for Get Equipped as well?
Yeah. So Get Equipped, it's such a wonderful thing, and the sort of spin that I put on it is, you know, not everybody understands house music, but not everybody understands the impact of what it means. Not everybody understands.
High tech, yeah.
But what you can understand is that satisfaction that people get from mixing, playing, and making music, and how being creative is a boundaryless thing, isn't it? You know, there aren't those kind of hard and fast rules. So what we do through Get Equipped is because music just is so good for you. So we give organisations, children, young people, the equipment to produce, mix, play, create music. And we do that working with some really amazing trusted partners on the ground in the UK and internationally, like Tanzania, Sierra Leone, and right down here in Brighton. We're about to kickstart a project too. And we deliver evergreen projects. So what I mean by that is that these projects have life in them. We're not just giving them the equipment, we're teaching the teachers within these organisations how to mix, how to DJ, how to play, how to select tunes. And then the kids get to do it and they love it. And some of them are really talented. And, you know, we've had some real success stories through the Get Equipped project. Or it's that it's just something that they can do which helps boost their self-esteem and makes them feel good, because it's not an academic thing. And that is instantly good for your mental health. You know, we know as DJs and creatives and people putting our creations out there into the world, how good that feels when it lands well.
It's all about the process, isn't it? It's not necessarily product based. Process-based learning. There's a lot for that.
I've been doing radio DJing for years, but I haven't been DJing for years. So maybe similar to you, Meduza, sort of similar amount of time. And I know sometimes when I'm out and I do a mix, and it's really good. You know, like one of my worst habits when I used to practice at home was to clap myself. Right? You know, that was really good. You know, so I'm not jumping.
I've got a friend who does that. She's just made the transition from controller to decks, and you watch her play, and she's awesome. She's killing it. She's getting gigs everywhere. But like, you watch her when she does a mix, and then she's like, "Ah, it worked!" Like, you know, and she does them all well. She's amazing. But like, she's really pleased every time she does a mix successfully. I think because she just thinks that it's not going to go well, even though it does every time.
Yeah, and I don't want to make DJing sound like it's easy, because I think if you've got a room of people in front of you and they've all got different tastes, and you're not necessarily going to a niche specific night like Psy-Trance, actually those can be really hard gigs. But there's something about DJing which, when you're surrounded by them or looking up to them, it feels kind of almost unobtainable. And then to share that with people and for them to be able to get it right, you know, there's a lot of deep satisfaction in that. And, you know, as a hobby, there's just like a multitude of benefits to Get Equipped and using this project to help boost self-esteem and confidence and giving people skills and tools. Because, you know, some of the young people that we've taught to DJ in Sierra Leone, they've gone on to do paid gigs or weddings or events and stuff like that. And we all know, if you're a jobbing DJ and you are willing to be multi-genre and you're willing to do a wedding or a corporate event or something like that, there can be real earning opportunity in that. Let's not pretend there isn't. It just depends on how willing you are to move away from your genre, which to pay my rent, I'm so willing. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me that Justin Bieber. Yeah. you know, because we've got different motivations for DJing, haven't we? So yeah,
Sure.
Get Equipped is it's about that. It's about literally giving people the equipment, using all of the contacts that we've gained in the music industry over the years, because everybody within the team has worked in the industry or in the corporate world. So where we are much better equipped ourselves to be able to pick up the phone or find the right people and make those connections, whereas schools and charities or smaller organisations can't necessarily wield that contact power, or you know, we can. We're well placed within the industry to do that.
So anyone can donate equipment, can't they? If they've got any old DJ equipment or even production equipment as well, anything in the studio.
Everything. We will find a loving and amazing home for it, where it will be re-loved. And one of our directors is an electrician. We make sure everything gets pack tested and trialed. One of our other staff members is a mixing engineer, and you know, he's really musical and he's really got lots of production skills. So we make sure everything that we give to these organisations, children and young people, you know, works and is good quality, and that it just gets a whole new lease of life as somebody gets to enjoy it all over again. Yeah, so we've had donations from people that maybe have just upgraded their equipment. More recently, we had donations from a family where their son had passed away, and it had taken them 10 years to part with his equipment. And it's, I mean, yeah, it's quite an emotional thing, because these people, because you can just imagine that people would have saved up years to buy some of this stuff, and for them to just give it to us, it means so much. It's a deep thing. Like, I've got my controller sat next to me, and I know that my previous controller, I had to sell that when I needed the money. Do you know? I just and then I had to replace it, and I had to save up for my new one, and it's meaningful, isn't it? You know, I've still got one of my first musical instruments when I was 10, because I know how hard my nan had to work to buy it for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, any equipment, and we respect it, and we love it as if we'd done all that saving ourselves, you know. And we know that the organisations we're working with will treat it with that respect and love that it deserves to, as a means to making so many people happy. Yeah.
Amazing. So everyone, that's a note to yourself. If you've got anything in your studio, raid your studio, give it to Get Equipped. I've got some stuff to get rid of, so I'll be in touch.
Oh yeah, no, you said you did. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Raj, how are we doing on time?
Yeah, about 36 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, maybe just wrap up on the event, and then
Yeah, and so is there any tickets available still? Are there any tickets for people?
Yes, we've still got some tickets available. They've been selling fast. We sold out on the early birds like within 30 minutes, which was incredible. I think it was a record for us. Yeah. So we're still selling general admission tickets on Resident Advisor. Our event was actually listed as a Resident Advisor pick and RA pick as well, which is amazing. So thank you, Resident Advisor, for your support. And still grab your tickets. You can get them on the Resident Advisor right up until just before the event starts at 2:00, and then it'll be £15 cash on the door. So see you there on the dance floor. Come and join us. It's going to be a wicked event.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it's going to be amazing. Like I said, obviously the charity. We've seen the website. It's really good. The kind of stuff you guys are doing for the charity, and obviously, the sport. Obviously. The more sport, they get. Obviously, you can see is the contributions and the charity, how well they're doing, and how every little bit is making a difference in the children's lives. So
absolutely,
it is a massive difference. So, do you guys have agents or people in those countries, or how do they work exactly? The structure.
Yeah, so the structure is, it depends on kind of which project. So like for Smiles for Life, where we do cleft palate operations, we're working with an organisation, and we deliver that in the Philippines. In the UK, I'll be delivering some of the UK-based Get Equipped projects. And so does my colleague BJ and my colleague James. And again, we go into charities or smaller organisations and take the equipment. And then at the moment, we're working on a really exciting project where we're kind of picking the production tutor and the DJ tutor, and we're putting them in there and just making sure we've got the right people for those young people that are going to give them the most positive and best experience. And then the work that we do in sort of Tanzania, in Africa and India, we're working with trusted partners and colleagues on the ground that are out there delivering the work. And then it might be, in some instances, we partner up with another charity where they have really similar values to us. And those relationships, they take a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, a lot of meetings. There's a lot of build up to those things happening, because as an organisation, we don't ever want to just deliver something and then run away. We're really invested in the people that we're working with. It's not just like, here's something that you need, Raj, and then we're gone. If we can do artist development with a person that's showing promise and talent, we will do that. And if we can provide more to organisations, we will do that. And yeah, we're in it for the long run, and that's why we've got these really great partnerships like with Rena here and like with Psy-Sisters, right? It's because that's what we want. We want those evergreen things where it's that repeat custom all the way round. I say custom, but you know what I mean. Yeah. It's that repeat interaction. That you are part of the Last Night a DJ family. You're part of the fabric. You've been in it like I have. Before I actually joined as a member of staff, I was just sort of in it here and there, doing bits and pieces here and there, because it got me excited and I really liked it. And I was saying to somebody last night at the UK Festival Awards, the thing about the music industry, it's great and it's brilliant and it's wonderful, but it also has these elements of toxicity and ego and this. So when you find something good within it, like Last Night a DJ Saved My Life Foundation, you want to be part of that and be part of that movement if it matches your values. So yeah, we do a lot internationally, and it's either delivered by us or it's delivered by people that we're working with in those countries.
Oh, wow. Great
and
stuff.
we've got Wells. Haven't even mentioned the Wells, but we can get to the Wells another time. You ready for another Celebian Psy-Sisters takeover, Raj?
Yeah, definitely. And a quick obviously the Psy-Sisters website is www.psysisters.com. Do check it out, and anyone watching this afterwards, do check it out, Psy-Sisters.com. They do amazing work with the way they bring in so much talented trans people, DJs. It's a great kind of work they're doing, and if you're interested in that area, you need to get onto that website, Psy-Sisters.com, and get in touch with Rena and co-people. And yeah, definitely, and that's something to definitely check out. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing night and a massive success for you guys. And obviously, I'm wishing all the best for that, and I'm sure it's going to go really well. Definitely. And if you haven't grabbed the ticket, then do grab the tickets.
Yep, grab them on Resident Advisor. Go to all our social media. We've been plugging the event link, and all the DJs that are on the lineup have been doing an amazing job and spreading the word as well. So, yeah, grab your tickets, come and join us.
Yeah, definitely. Grab your tickets. Definitely don't want to miss that. Don't want to miss that kind of a special night with so much entertaining DJs as well performing like yourself.
Yeah, and come and see Meduza. Get there for 2:00 because Meduza start kicking it all off at 2.
Yes,
don't miss Meduza. Yeah.
Definitely.
I keep telling everyone, if you don't turn up at 2, you'll miss me. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Raj, and thanks to everybody for joining.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. Good to chat.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us, and thank you, ladies, for doing what you're going to do on Saturday and just paying it forward and stepping up to change lives and save lives. Raj, we appreciate you.
Yay! Thank you, Raj.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being an excellent host. Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Meduza, and thank you, obviously, Rena. And obviously, I'm sure we'll chat soon anyway. But yeah, thank you very much. And on there, and obviously we'll put the links on the description as well, where you can purchase the tickets directly from as well. We'll do that. Make sure we do that. On there, thank you very much, and all the best for that amazing night which is coming on.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you on the dance floor. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.